She's a dinosaur with double D's. She is so alone. Dinosaur with double D's. How's that? You know what? Fuck it. Forget about it. Okay, what is the time right now? It's already 5:42. What the Wait, the time's... Oh, it changed to 5:43. Oh, I gotta hurry. Wait, so how do I change... I can't change AM or PM. You gotta click like 20 times to get to PM? Oh my god. You're a genius! Okay. We beat the first puzzle. Oh god, what? Before we get started, can I just say something? Wait, what? Thank you for actually setting the clock both times. He booted up the game? A lot of people don't take that stuff seriously. They just leave the clock set at 12 and call it a day. Wait, this game is praising me. But you're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. Wait, the game appreciates me. That's how I know that you care about this experience. You're paying attention. See, I told you guys I tried to set it earlier, but I couldn't figure out the PM. I don't even have any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. Well, the first one definitely wasn't. Because it was an AM. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you beat up the game and see the screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Go ahead and pick whichever time you want, even if it's not the correct time. You've earned it. What would be my favorite time? Honestly, maybe around like 11 a.m. 4:20? No. That is not in alignment with my best practices. Let's put a pin in that. I bit my tongue and now my mouth is filling with blood. But let's circle back to that later. Can everybody see my screen okay? Should I exit out and boot it up again and set it to my favorite time? Or like, is it worth it? Yes? No? I kind of want to do it. Ah! Okay. Last time, I promise. Don't you get up, nah, nah, nah. I won't give up, nah, nah. Remember that video of the guy lip syncing to the Justin Bieber song with his dying grandpa in the background? Let me love you. Wait, why won't it reset? Oh no, it's capturing the wrong screen. It hates me. It fucking hates me, bro. Oh, never mind, it doesn't hate me. She is so alone. Dinosaur. Bro, I think Warudo crashed. It did! No! It didn't save! No! Fuck! Why? This is the worst fucking day ever! Ah! I'm sorry, I'm not actually mad. Let's circle back to that later. This is all because... Bro, you know what? Fuck you, Stanley's Parable. It's all your fucking fault. If I didn't reset the game, I wouldn't have fucking pissed. Fucking pissed. Fuck you, Stanley the Parable. Fuck you. I don't even care if you praised me. Your praise means nothing to me. Your praise is fucking dog to me. They're empty words. I don't give a shit. I don't give a fucking shit crap about what you have to say. Now I'm fucking... Oh... I'm back to... Oh... One second. Oh... I wanna fucking cry. Fucking stupid garbage. Fucking dog diaper. Dog wearing a diaper. Alright, I'm not mad anymore. I started laughing at the mental image. it's like kind of awkward moving around with the diaper on. Fucking dog wearing socks on all 4 of its paws and it's not walking right and it looks kind of ticked off because it doesn't know what the fuck is on its paws and it doesn't know how to get it off. Fuck! That's actually kind of good too. Fucking POV video of a camera that's left in the bottom of a folded up piece of paper in the shape of a tube with a tree on the camera lens, and a cat comes down and it looks really funny from that angle because the cat's trying to get the tree and then it finally gets the tree and you hear it and it's like and it's really fucking funny. Fuck. I'm pissed off. Don't fucking talk to me right now. Fuck off. Fuck you. Fuck you. Shit, fuck you. Shit, fuck you, bitch. Bitch. Fuck you, bitch. Asshole. Fucking dumb bitch. Fuck you, bitch. Oh, ohayo. O genki desu ka? Fuck you, stupid asshole, bitch. Wait, hold on. Sorry, guys. I have to figure out how to make the background transparent again. She is so alone. Now I'm dark for some reason. I don't like it. I'm dark side Phil and I don't like it. I'm sexy and I know it. Okay, I think I'm back to normal now. I think I'm back, baby. Let's go. Yay! I returned. I'm normal now. Kinda. Sorta. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Okay, now we have to set the time to our favorite time and hopefully Warudo doesn't crash again. Normal, debatable. What is normal? Setting on a dishwasher. My favorite time, probably around... That's just such a nice time, you know? Like if you wake up early, you know, you wake up around 8, you get your breakfast. It's still kind of early, but it's like before noon, the day has just begun and you're finally like hitting your stride. Look out the window, seeing the town around you wake up. 11:11 is goated too. I always make a wish at 11:11, whether it's 11:11 a.m. or 11:11 p.m. And I also do the thing where if you lose an eyelash, you blow it off and make a wish too. Do you guys do that? I'm gonna need you to make copies of the stream and distribute them around the office. Oh yeah, that sounds great. Will do. I'll circle back on that later and let's think about that. Can you hop on a quick call at 5:13 a.m. tomorrow? Is 5:13 a.m. okay? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to burp. I'm sorry, I'm experiencing digestive distress. You know what, I'll do 11:20 a.m. That's just a nice time. 11:20 a.m., your favorite time of day. Or could you simply not resist giving me the correct time again? After all, I know how much you enjoy setting the time correctly. Okay, now I'm curious how accurate 11:20 a.m. is. Let's use another slider to find out. Very inaccurate, very. You know, can I just say, regardless of the accuracy of the clock, I'm having a great time adjusting these settings? Me too! I hope the whole game is like this. I feel like I'm learning more about you and how you like things to be set. Yes. I'm a woman of multitudes, you see. It's good to collect data. I wish we had more sliders, but we've gone through all the sliders I have. What? Perhaps I can invent some new sliders to gather new data on you? Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, let me whip a couple new ones up. Let's go! Should be ready by the next time you... Oh! Okay, next time when I have to pee, let's restart the game. Let me save my Warudo thing too so it doesn't fucking piss me off. Okay, it's saved. So this is the Stanley Parable. I got the Ultra Deluxe version, which came out kind of recently. Yes? Let's put a pin in that. Any updates on that? Like 8 years ago? Wait, really? No, the original game came out like over a decade ago, right? Yeah, the Ultra Deluxe came out like 3 years ago, right? Because I remember seeing people playing it. Yeah, 3 years ago. Holy crap. That's a long time ago too. Oh, goodness gracious. But I heard it's good. I don't really know much about it outside of people saying it's really good and there's a narrator. Also, how's the audio? I can boost it a lot. Does this sound okay? "2013 feels like yesterday." I know. Don't even get me started. I'm still kind of fucked up about 2016 almost being 10 years ago. That's just not right. It is very weird. There's an achievement for adjusting every setting? Wait, really? Wait, no, I'll be cheating if I do it now. Okay, let's begin.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
Good for him.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
No spoilers,
Orders
please.
came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in.
That actually
as
sounds
though he had been
kinda
made
nice.
exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
He's
And
kind
then
of
one
like
day,
Sisyphus
something
in that
very
Rhoda.
peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong.
Where'd everybody go?
Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh. Whoa. I can't read the clock. Bro, at least he gets his own room. I feel like most of the time you don't even get your own room like this, right? Most of the time it's like one big open room and you're lucky to get like any kind of divider. Bro, I heard in like recent years, a lot of offices literally are just like normal desks with no dividers or anything. You're like sitting shoulder to shoulder with people. Just no privacy. Don't really have your own space. Or they do the thing where you have like the fucking exercise balls to sit on instead of an actual chair. Oh, that's fucking horrible. Wait, I want to type on my pewter. I'm typing on my pewter. can't help it. I'm a cat. I have to do it. I have to knock things over. I hate on days. What about off days? Close the door. Don't these kind of look like they're smiling? Like kind of like this? Hello?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Wait, I have
No
a
matter
plant
how
just like
hard
this in
Stanley
my living
looked,
room.
he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Wait, someone left their computer open though. Oh. Number 1 dad. We'll see about that. Who farted? I hate Mond. I hate Mond. What did he do to you?
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Sorry. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. But wait, what if I want to sit on the... Have you guys ever done that before with the scanner thingy? The copier machine? I've done it. It's funny as fuck. Not at like a workplace situation. Never. That would have been really fucking weird. I did it in my mom's office when she worked at my school when I was in middle school. And you can do the thing where you like smush your face up against it, which apparently you're not supposed to do because it can fucking blind you, but I did it anyway. Be my Valentine? That's sad. Shit, there's shit's open. Wasting electricity. Username, access. Me. Wait, all this stuff is knocked over. What the fuck is this plant called? Is this like a normie plant to have? I just love it. The leaves are so luscious. I got one from Lowe's like a few months ago. That thing is growing so tall. Is it a ficus? Is it a ficus? Sorry. Sorry, I get really, really cute sometimes. Oh shit, who spilled? Oh. I can smell this place. Alright, now I'm starting to get kind of freaked out.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Another ficus. Remember that game where you could pee on the plants for some reason? Wait, which door should we go through? Wait. Ah, fuck. These type of pictures are just everywhere. I feel like I've seen them in like hospital waiting rooms, libraries.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Termination Tuesdays? Financial panic meeting. Boss's inspection. Does that mean everyone comes up and inspects the boss? They all go up one by one and like give him a rub down, a little pat down? Alright everybody, let's touch base a little bit. And he gets up on the boardroom desk and they all just jump up and... synergize! Pie charts make me hungry. Ding. money things, but with money to buy more things, graphs about things plus money. Teenagers. Space between the teenagers. Get rid of the death sport person in the primary review schedule. More water coolers, more water cooler heaters. Oh god, the boss is coming for me. Comatose. Metamorphosis. Mitosis. A boat. Tips for not getting fired. Talk less. I could benefit from that. Oh. Broom closet? What's in there? Ah! Oh no, what if I get trapped in here?
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
What do you mean there's nothing in here? There's a bunch of, like, objects. Like a monkey wrench and a...
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
There's a tube.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet.
Okay.
He wasn't even doing anything. At
Yeah,
least if there was
was.
something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
What's sweet FA? Oh, fuck my face. I mean, my face isn't moving.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
I don't know. One of the legs on this shelving thing is wobbly, so they put like cardboard under it. That's
You
so
do realize
real.
there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find
Fuck
out.
all.
But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
I'm just in here pulling my fucking plonker, I suppose.
Maybe to
Is
you
that a
this is
spanner?
somehow
Is that
its
what that's
own
called?
branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite."
I do not talk like that.
I
Fuck
hope your
off.
friends find this concerning.
And I don't have friends. I don't know what all these tools are called. I'm
Stanley
curious.
was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Okay, you didn't have to talk about my personal problem like that, bro. Wait.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead.
I'm still
You
moving
got to
though.
this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey
what's
to
in
any
your
number
portal?
of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Okay. I think if I died here, I don't know. I don't know if anyone will find me in this broom closet.
Second player, it's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you. Coming to a
It's still
staircase,
me and he
Stanley
doesn't know.
walked upstairs to his boss's office.
just want to know what all the secrets are. Wait, what is this note? Can I like zoom in and look at stuff or no? I wish I could read that. Enter again. Okay. He's so done with me. Wait. No. Wait. No. Is it closed? Or am I just stupid? I got locked out. No, I'm going back downstairs. Fuck that. Wait. Fuck. I'm fucking pissed.
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
Whose car is this?
He considered
mine?
the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh my god, I'm actually floating!
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up.
Oh fuck!
How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought.
My brain is
and while he thought it all
thinking
very
about
odd
me.
and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
What
Now,
the fuck
hearing
is
the voice
happening?
speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want.
Pretty please.
I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal.
I'm normal.
Everything will be fine. I am okay.
I'm okay.
Stanley began screaming.
Ah!
Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh, fuck.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Wait, what? What happened to Stanley?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
You're not gonna help him? What the fuck? Wait, I should not go downstairs.
All of his
then.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Jesus.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I made him have a schizo meltdown and I killed him. I should have just listened to the fucking narrator, man. What was I thinking? I don't want to waste power. Waiting input? Input received? Wait, was that there before? I should never
When Stanley
have come
came
out
to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
This room just makes me want to fall asleep. It's like the perfect lighting and ambiance for just like dozing off and hoping nobody realizes you're dozing off. The broom closet, it calls me.
Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all.
I'm sorry.
I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
I just like it. It's my safe place. I like the buzz of the light. Alright, I'm done. The time theft room.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'll go upstairs, I promise. I don't want him to die like that again. The executive bathroom? What the fuck? I've got the feeling money's for stealing. I've got a feeling, but not yours, of course. Say that's a lovely purse. Extreme bathrooms and Time magazine. You gotta have one of those toilet joke books in here. There's a ficus in every room, I swear to God. Or whatever the fuck that plant is called. Boss's bathroom. The beige pages. Was this game made by British people? It's very British. Is that Kung Fu Panda? Business strategy. Shapes. Doors monthly. Ooh. Wait. No. I shouldn't.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from
What's
him.
the code?
And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845.
Wait, you're just gonna
But
tell
of
me that
course,
easily?
Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Wait, so can I put it in or not? Yo, are you gonna let me put it in or not?
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs, trying to, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad,
Oh,
Stanley
God.
happened to input the
What have I
correct
done?
code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Is that God modding? Wait, what the fuck is all this? Is this a Hitman level? What is this? The fuck? Hello? Ah, that's an elevator shaft. Should I go in? Will I die? Yeah, I guess the code first try. Wow. Normally I don't get lucky with those kinds of things, but
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
I'm starting to question things, bros. I'm starting to like. be
Stanley
thoughtful
walked straight
about
ahead
shit
through the
and
large
stuff.
door that read Mind Control Facility.
What? But this way is the escape. Uh-oh. You don't think they have me on the security cameras, do they?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What
Cool.
horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Gooning in here with an extra large monster and a double dose of Adderall. Just all these fucking like 360 wraparound screens. Adderall induced monster fueled gamer gooning session.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Where's mine? Is he 427? This one? That's my office, isn't it? Gooning to the Vegas orb. I mean, they call it Sin City for a reason. Bro, get some Minecraft Rule 34 up on that thing and oh. Hey, what the fuck is this?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
What if he just likes it?
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His
can't be
own
true.
life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
It's inconceivable.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Oh shit, me? I don't know. It seems disabled already though, doesn't it? They push the buttons and make us happy. They feed us the chemicals.
And when at
the
last he
poisons,
found
and
the
then
source
sell
of
us
the room's
cure.
power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls,
I'm sorry,
did you?
I pressed the wrong
After
button.
they kept you enslaved all
Oh,
these years, you go and you
shit.
try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Yes?
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated
Oh,
the network's emergency
shit.
detonation
Oh,
system. In the
shit.
event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode,
Nuclear?
eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes.
2?
Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are
There
the
was an
star.
escape
It's
just
your
outside of
story
here.
now.
I
Shape
saw
it
it.
to your heart's
swear.
desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start.
What if I press all
that?
the numbers?
You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
What the fuck?
Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will
Didn't do
be even
anything.
better.
Fuck, what do I do?
My
What the fuck do
goodness,
I do?
only
What the fuck do I
34
do?
seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the
Thank
clock.
God.
Why
Bro,
not?
what the fuck do I do?
These are precious
Is it
additional
5, 4, 3, 2,
seconds, Stanley.
1?
Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh, dear me. What's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
Yes.
Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean,
Yes.
look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons. No, these
feels
colored
like-
ones. Or maybe this big red button. Or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley?
Why do you
that this
hate
video
me?
game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
Backup power?
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble.
No.
This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy.
No.
You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's
Okay.
30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing.
What if he's just
No
bluffing?
ending
What if
here,
he's
just
just
you
he's
being
probably just
blown to
bullshitting,
pieces.
right?
Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully?
No.
Another choice.
That's me. I'm
Make it
employee for
count.
27.
Or don't. It's all the same to me. All
Please,
a part
no.
of the joke. And believe me,
Please,
I will
no.
be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
Was there anything I could have done? Or was he just that sadistic? Yeah, he started monologuing at me like an anime villain. Fuck
All of his
you.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I'm going in the
Stanley
broom closet
decided to
again.
go to the
Fuck
meeting
off.
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
There never is. I can't believe I got Stanley.
When Stanley
killed
came to
again.
a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What is wrong with me? What's wrong with this guy?
Yet there was not a
Why
single
are British
person
people
here
all
either.
evil and fucked
Feeling
up?
a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided
You
to go up to his boss's
bastard!
office, hoping he
That's
might
the
find
last
an answer
fucking
there.
straw, I swear to God. Motherfucker. How the fuck did he know? I was gonna... He took away my only way of retaliating. He took away my only power that I had. Fuck you.
Coming to a
video game man.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
Fuck
office.
you. Go eat your fucking fish and chips, your fucking bangers and mash. Kung Fu Panda looking. Stupid bitch
Stepping
asshole!
into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
You guys want to see a really cool number?
2845. But it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself.
What?
And Stanley got the
Amazing.
hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Okay, I guess this time I'll turn the mind control off. Whoop-de-freaking-do. This guy thinks he's all that in a bag of chips.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
What about the escape?
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
What does he mean?
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Yeah, I think he's just messing around.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Okay. I mean, how's that gonna kill me? Oh. Oh. Wait, I'm still alive!
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture.
Survive that.
He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Wait, I could just crouch.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator,
Wait.
as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws.
Wait, what is...
In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing
nothing
him
happened.
instantly.
Does he have laryngitis or something? Wait, I'm alive. The Stanley Parable.
And
that's
yet
this
it would be
game.
just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game,
No.
back in his office,
No.
as alive as ever.
No!
What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see
so.
that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
In like a spiritual, metaphysical sense, I guess? Stanley's computer. These are all the paintings. Hey, where's the ficus? The office layout. This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. I like this narrator more. She's chiller. I want to be reincarnated as her baby so she gives birth to me and raises me as my mother. Wait, is that Solitaire? I'm in a video games museum right now. Button sounds. Hey, these are the ones that I tried to press because I thought there was some kind of secret code. These are all the people that made the game. Who's the other narrator that I want to be my mother? I want to be like conscious of the birth when I'm reincarnated as a baby too. Like reincarnated with all my current memories and current like conception of the world and like autonomy and stuff. So I can just like fully experience like when I come out of her and then like look into her eyes and know that she's my mother and she's gonna take care of me for at least like 25 years. Wait, what the fuck was that? Come back. Monitor room elevator. The countdown room. Wait, what is this?
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Mom, I loved you when you were in the Stanley Parable. Wait, what? But you've never even played that game. How do you even know about that? Oh.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
Maybe.
No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
What if she hates you? No, she would never hate
But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail.
What do you mean?
Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game.
No,
As long as you
why am I
move
back
forward,
here?
you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it.
Oh. Should I actually just quit? I trust her. She said to just quit. Okay. Oh. Oh my god. What if it resumes?
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Oh.
Stanley worked for a company.
Bro, it'd be fucked up if you booted up and you're just still in there and you get like crushed to death.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Is it just me or does he walk faster now? Or is it because I'm...
When Stanley came to a set of two open
The broom
doors,
closet.
he entered the door on his left.
The broom closet. It's probably back. The sleeping
Yet
room.
there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
No!
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Damn you.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Maybe he did get crushed in the hydraulic press thing, but it made him like really thin and really light because of all his molecules being squished down. So now he's like more aerodynamic and faster.
The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley to take. Too much for any man to take.
Flat
He
Stanley.
fell to his knees, bursting into half moans, half sobs, the guttural retching of life from a man denied any hope, any reason to keep going. Here on the floor, he lay prone, paralyzed by fear for nearly a full hour.
What?
But
I'm
when
not
at last he
moving.
began to move about and survey the situation, he found a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could it mean? Was it a sign of hope for Stanley's
wanna sit
future?
in the chair
Alas, it
and
was
see what
not.
it's like.
For although this keypad guarded the terrible secret of Stanley's past, it had been assigned a 4-digit code so devious and so random that no man could ever hope to guess it. 2845. Statistically, nearly impossible to guess blindly, ever.
Would that actually be impossible to guess? It's only like 4 digits. How many different combinations of numbers would that even
Stanley
be?
just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was
10,000 combinations? Yeah,
2845.
you can figure it out eventually. I got my thumb up my bum and my brain's on neutral.
2845.
Okay, fine.
Yet incredibly, by
Happy?
simply pushing random buttons on the keypad,
do I
Stanley
bring the
happened to
mother
input the
Mary
correct
back?
code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
I want her to take me to ballet class and say she's proud of me. He's a front seater? Wait, is that like a back seater who's like...
Stanley walked straight ahead through the
plays
large
the game
door that
for
read
you.
Mind Control Facility.
Okay, fine, I'll go through your mind control facilities, shenanigans. You're yanking on me, plonker.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Are British parents ever proud? Probably not. That's why they all turn out that way. It's a never-ending vicious cycle.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place.
Imagine watching every episode of One Piece in here. And then you turn to the one that's like a sad episode, and you start crying, and you turn to another one, and it's the one
this
with the
mind
boat
control facility. It was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
Yeah, you
was
could
this the only
speed
reason
watch
he
it.
was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Why are some of them like blue and scrambled?
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it
I was just going
monitored
here
and
and press the
commanded
happy
from this
buttons
very place.
over
And
and
as the
over.
cold reality of his past
that be
began to
evil?
sink in,
To mind control
Stanley
people to be
decided that this
happy?
machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
What's this button do? Okay, I'll turn it off, I guess. Isn't that just the plot of Naruto? What the fuck happens in Naruto? I thought they were just like ninjas and like trying to become
Blackness
the best ninja.
and a rising chill of uncertainty.
There's aliens?
Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Oh, it's beautiful. The real world. Or is it? Shit. Shit. Shit.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley
Big
was happy.
titty dino game. Oh my god. Wait, Jabroni Mike, did you play it? Yo, thanks for the raid. I can't believe you actually played it. How was it? Are you forever changed? It's actually game of the year. A narrative visual masterpiece. Wait. Did I just beat the Stanley's Parables? I beat Stanley's Parabolas? Huge, boisterous, engorged dino flaps. Big, dangling, hanging smackers.
All of his
big,
co-workers
sweaty,
were gone. What could it mean?
Sopping
Stanley
wet,
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
jubilant,
simply missed a memo.
perturbed breasts.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What if I go in the right door this time?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge
Jurassic
first,
Pits.
just to admire it.
It really is an amazing game, though. Thanks for the raid. I hope you guys enjoyed your foray into the wonderful game of dinosaur with double D's. The dinosaur. Oh shit. It's just looping, bro.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth
I want
admiring.
a cold drink.
It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
Oh, the coffee
Stanley
machine.
simply stood here, drinking it all in.
I know that thing's got a few amoebas in it. And another ficus. Beautiful.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room.
It's a very nice
Room so
calming
utterly
blue.
captivating
yes, indeed, of
that even though
course.
all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Wait, what's this door all the way to the end? What the
Stanley
heck?
was so bad at
Is this a
following
warehouse?
directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop. I'm about to get entangled in some very dangerous machinery, I think. I think I'm about to be degloved.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
I've
I'm
had
not your
nightmares
enemy,
about
really,
places
I'm
like
not.
this.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Oh,
Please,
give me a break.
stop trying to make every decision by yourself.
This
Now,
guy is
I'm
so
not asking for
needy.
me, I'm asking for her.
Wait. Who's her? What does he mean?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself.
Her?
To put your work
My
aside.
mother?
To
Oh,
let
the mother
her back
narrator?
into your life. She's been waiting.
Sorry to detour verbally again, but I worked at a place that had a room very similar to this, and everyone there started rumors about that specific room being haunted by like a Victorian child ghost that died there, because it was like some really old ass Grand Rapids like brick building. And this room was just like, it had all these boxes and shit in it, super dusty. The windows were all like just old. They would always say like, yeah, I went in there the other day and one of the boxes just fell off the shelf on its own. Sends a fucking chill up my spine, bro. And what's in here? Oh. Are you guys forklift certified? Have you ever seen that video of like, it's not a forklift, it's like, fuck, what is it called? It's very similar to a forklift, but it's just like its own little lift thing. It has like a name, but I always forget the name of it. It was in like a Target or a fuck lift. It's a fuck lift. The knife lift? Is it a knife lift? Yeah, it was in like a Target or a Walmart or something. And this guy is like trying to get a really big box off the top of some shelf, and the box apparently only weighs like 20-30 pounds, but he's like struggling and like screaming. And I feel so bad for laughing. Yeah, the Lowe's video. Yeah. I feel so bad for laughing at it every time. Fragile. Oh god, why is it pitch black? Hello?
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Where are all these cigarettes from? Hello?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha! Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
There has to be someone who got like really excited the second they saw the
This is a
naked
very
mannequin.
sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
What the fuck? Press M.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Oh. What if I find joy in the little things in life? You know, what if I find joy in the small moments, even if it's every day, the day-to-day life is mundane? What if I find a glimmer of happiness and just simply being alive and experiencing life the way I want to? Bro, if the narrator had any balls, he would keep up the charade pretending to be the guy's wife until like there's like a long drawn out sex scene, and then while like during the sex scene, would it be worse like during the sex scene or after? He's just like, ha ha ha, got you.
But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures.
Yeah, he
From
doesn't
behind
commit
his
to the
desk,
bit.
Stanley dreamed of wild
He's kind of
expeditions
fucking
into the
coward,
unknown,
right as he's
fantastic
coming.
discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Press G to watch TV. Oh, sick. Let's go.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Spend time with the boys.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has
Press C
changed.
to initiate
The longer he
intercourse
spends
with
here,
your
the more
wife.
invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is
Press
the real
E
one.
to roll over, fall asleep.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Oh,
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
please don't turn on my webcam.
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to.
But I have
must.
to press the buttons to progress.
Perhaps.
You don't
Well,
understand.
maybe this time he'll see.
You don't understand me.
Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button.
Please die.
And I tried.
Oh my god. Wait, this time I'm not gonna pick up the phone.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New content? Wait, is this a trick?
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Ooh. Where am I?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Ooh.
As you may
You're
know,
welcome.
the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley
Awesome.
Parable Ultra Deluxe, a
I hope it
reimagining
doesn't
of the
turn
game
into a
for
roller
consoles
coaster.
and home
That'd be
computers.
scary.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting
Even
audiences
more?
the world over.
But there's already so much content I haven't seen.
Please step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh,
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
me too.
Okay, so far it's an
I mean,
elevator.
I'm not
Nothing
happy.
special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Okay, alright, what's the catch now?
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere?
Maybe
oh,
it's a
there we
bug.
go.
Oh.
All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've
New
never been
content,
more
new
ready. Let's
content.
do it.
He actually sounds excited.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious.
You're not
It's as
impressed
if
by
the...
anything.
Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Alright. Hey, I mean, it's not up to me, bro.
All right.
Jump circle?
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
I can jump! Wait, I only have a limited amount of jumps. Can't help it. I can't do it. I can't exhaust the jumps. Oh, but what will happen if I decrease the jumps to 0? Can I just not jump anymore forever? No. I can't jump anymore. Is that the only time you can jump in the entire game? Shit.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
I mean, that was pretty good.
Another elevator.
I enjoyed
Stanley,
that.
I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's
He's always
just
a negative
elevators and
Nancy.
jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more.
More.
Very good.
More.
Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it.
Oh,
I'm ready for whatever it is.
it really is such a nice, calming, enchanting color of blue. Thank you for enjoying the
That's
new
it?
content.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a
True.
cheap expansion to
True.
market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And
it's
don't
just
get me
soulless,
started on
yeah.
the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off
It's
on
like they
this?
don't even care.
I'm
They don't give a crap.
infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations.
It's
If you're still
okay.
with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Actually, I want to go back to the jump circle again. This whole time, because you can't jump in this game, I get this like built-up, pent-up feeling in my thumb wanting to press the spacebar and make a jump, and it's just like building up so high, it makes me feel like I got like a blue thumbs. But wait, this...
Psst! Stanley!
What?
Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something!
What is it? What is it, Will? Is he gonna kill me? Ow, my legs! I broke my legs! Guys, I'm
Okay,
not
you
sus. I
remember
know
how
I went in
cheap
the
and
vent, but I have a
unsatisfying
good
the new ultra-deluxe
explanation for it,
content
okay?
turned out to be. Well, it got me
Please.
thinking about the past
Please don't mark
and
me
how
as
much better
sus.
the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
What is this? You can do this! Oh my god!
I call it the Memory Zone.
It's
It's where I've
beautiful.
been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013
remember.
when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity.
It's true,
Back
it's
then,
true.
it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
They released Stanley Parable now, it'd probably be called like the fucking Samantha Parable, have a girl protagonist, and they'd probably make the girl gay or something too. And she wouldn't have a fat, delicious ass for me to look at, because it'd be in first person again, damn it! So it'd be... Like, can I get some truths in the chat, maybe? Ooh, that's a nice globe. Our first kiss, my first car, the release of the Stanley Parable in 2013. Whoa! Is this really what this looked like in 2013? Good times, yep, I remember that hallway, choosing the door. Ooh, nice rug, bro. Trip down memory lane. This is a nice little memory zone. British Academy of Film and Television Arts? They got nominated for an Academy Award in British? What? Hey, hey, wait a minute, that's when I fucking died. What's this? In loving memory of little Stanley? Wait, so does that mean I'm Big Stanley? Good times. Why is this room
And
so
over here
wet?
is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game
Wait, that's
ever
what that
created.
fucking
That's how
emo is
grand
from?
and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them.
He said
and now
Persona 3!
it's nothing.
Persona 3
It's no
mentioned.
games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore.
a 60-year-old
it's
British
just a husk
man.
now.
60-year-old British man
lifeless
should never
husk
say the words
with
Persona
an
3.
hour
That's
of
freaking me
new
out.
elevator content.
Is Destructoid even still around? Whoa. Fantastic Arcade 2013. Why did he make this room so wet? What's down here? Memory zone maintenance? Oh, do not go in there, bro. Stanley's Parable, huh? Wait, is that me? That has to be me, right? I'm Stanley! I'm Stanley, and this is my Parable! First name Stanley, last name Parable.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games
GameSpot.
and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was
GameSpot still
perfect.
around?
It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new
Don't they do
content.
reviews on YouTube?
It just needed to be
No.
left alone. To spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Oh. I think of the Stanley Parable as a sort of video game analog for Charlie Kaufman and Spike Jonze's brilliant film adaptation. I hated that movie, which gently mocked the ways in which so many films manipulate audiences with formulaic plot twists and situations in which characters learn huge life lessons, while simultaneously moving me with its formulaic plot twist and... Bro, what if the narrator, like... What if the narrator, like, mid-sentence just started, like, furiously jacking off? It insists upon itself. The end is
These
never
were
the
simpler
end.
times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again.
But we can. Bro, this narrator, I think he needs some time off, some like R&R. Yes. Ooh. People play games because of what they can do inside them, and your game is very good at letting them know they can't do anything, literally anything. I am alone. I am sad. I feel powerless. Oh wait, I can go down here now.
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before.
Oh, the cold
What's
beverage.
this? What's down here? Oh, no. Oh, God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here.
I don't know if we
Surely
should
these
look at
reviews
these
were glowing
guys.
as well, weren't they?
Oh.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor
Is
and
this a real
dialogue proving to be
review?
more
Imagine being this
irritating than
person, it would be
entertaining.
sick.
Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
I can show you where to stick them. I'm sorry, that was really rude and untoward of me. I'm sorry, I'm feeling really rude and pissed off today. I'm sorry, I'm sure you guys understand.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. To be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Hey, don't be so hard on yourself. Ooh, what's this one say?
What's this one got to say?
Cookie 9.
You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip
It's true,
button.
though. It's true.
A skip button.
Bro, he never shuts the fuck
yes.
up.
Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews
bro,
from
don't
the
get one
record.
guide. Don't get
Only
one guide.
positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Narrator, don't change yourself just because of a few negative reviews. Oh.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No, 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 no. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see...
Oh, wait, the time
you're
didn't
back, you see.
change.
You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd... Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps.
Bro,
To be honest, I don't even know if
hoes.
one can change their review in
scaring
the first
the
place.
Steam hoes,
I guess
bro.
I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works. Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs Steam
Gabe
will instantly
Newell?
run out and implement a new
Oh,
feature
he's
to
not
make
gonna
it possible to
run
edit
out
one's review,
anywhere.
merely because of this very situation. Yes, I think that's quite likely. Or perhaps they'll simply grant this particular user...
Oh, Jesus Christ,
Okay,
bro.
welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of
Wait, the
time the
time
button has
changed.
been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there.
Now you know how I
don't know
feel.
why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone.
Oh,
I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times. And there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button. And if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here. And more than any... Oh, Stanley, you're back.
Oh.
You're back. Oh, my
What?
goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week.
What? The
Or 2
plant
weeks.
is dying.
I've been sitting here all that time, just sitting here, not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's
His
just
voice is
how
hoarse from
it's
talking
always
too
been,
much.
right? Me talking,
But I was a
and you saying
fucking
nothing.
gum
Would you
flapper.
think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is...
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You just can't.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been
How
through.
much
I've had
time?
so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year?
Yes, I'm a
Let me
Twitch
describe
streamer.
it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an
Jesus, bro.
impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity, for what I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me. It was unlike anything I had ever known.
Bro, I
it was
feel
a
so
space
bad,
without
but-
consequence, without action or outcome. It was divorced entirely
Oh my
from the question
God.
of free will that you and I have squabbled over.
I feel bad, but I just can't help it. Hello? Is he... He didn't just like... Maybe he's just like asleep. It's so quiet. It's so quiet. Hello? Hello? Yeah, maybe he's just giving me the cold shoulder. Maybe he'll come back if I press it again. Wait, why is that going off? Is it like a... Oh no, the clock fell off. Oh god, make it stop, make it stop!
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us.
Oh,
It wasn't
fuck, what
enough.
have I
They had
done,
to
bro?
leave a
What have I
pathetic
actually
little
done?
thumbs down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart.
Rent free. Bro. Oh no. What is that like noise? Hello?
The end is never the end, 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 is never.
I'm going to drain my noodles, then I'll add the fresh jalapenos and the pickled jalapenos, and then I'll top it with the ultimate chicken tenders. Bro, that's great! That's great to hear. I think I'm trapped for eternity in this room, and even the narrator has lost his mind. Oh, God. Wait. The plant life is overtaking this building. How long has it been? What the fuck? Oh. Do you think he's still here? Do you think he's still, like, cognizant? Wait. It's so quiet. Bro, it's so quiet. It's only been like 5 minutes for me. Oh! Life. Well, do you think alien civilizations are gonna start taking over? Is like baby Xenor gonna come out? Oh. Oh, Jesus Christ. What was that sound? Are we watching the universe, like the entire universe falling apart? Is this the end? Is this the heat death? Oh my god! What the fuck? Wait, does the button still even work anymore? I can't even press it. Is this it? Is this how it all ends? Oh look, a mirage. The spice must flow. It's beautiful. There's no way the narrator is just gone though, right? Maybe he's become like omniscient and all-knowing. Wait, I guess he is already kind of omniscient. Fuck. What? Oh god, I'm back.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself. That's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
No. New content? Oh, no.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign.
Oh, no,
yes,
bro.
I
What
have
did you do this
something
time?
very exciting to show you.
He's getting so insecure. This window is giving me the ick. Oh. Alright, let's see what the new content is. I bet it's really
You
cool.
see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned
You're
out
so
to be.
needy,
The
bro.
original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new
There
content
they go.
for it should live
One
up to
guy
that
until the
legacy.
end of the
So
plan.
forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we
Relatable.
take it one step even further.
I think we've all been
Which is
there.
why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
2? Oh my god. He even has like a pitch deck
Yes,
for
you
it.
see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the
Taste
new
the
territory
sequel.
we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many
Wow.
possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking
It's
for.
so modern and fresh.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it
doors.
even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's
paradigm
future-oriented.
shift.
It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Oh, the logo ideas. Logo. I like this really hard to read one with the cursive and the big 2 in the back. What about you guys? Let's circle back to that later. Put a pin in that. Touch
Now, to be
base.
clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2
New
is going to be,
plans.
but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Oh. The show floor? Oh my god, is this the red carpet of gaming? New features. New content. Oh my god, what could it be? The Stanley Parable 2.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
What? There's merch? Oh! I saw the new content. Oh my god, I'm gonna get that after I see the new content. It's probably like $60. Button that says the name of the player that is playing the game? Wait, what? That's not,
For the
actually
Stanley
gonna say my
Parable
real
2,
name, is it?
I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and
Wait, you
validated
guys
as
wanna
people.
scan the QR
So
code?
with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Should I press it? Is it safe to press? How would it know? Do it, you coward.
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really
Jim
simulate the
from
full
Office.
experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it.
I'm Jim.
Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget
Okay.
whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
My name Jim.
I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim. Sleeping and waking as Jim. Falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim. Seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim. And as Jim, watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
I'm Jim. I'm Jim. I'm the place that Ethel goes to all the time. It feels nice. Wow, being Jim is kind of cool. Oh, what if somewhere out there there's a VTuber whose IRL name is actually Jim and they probably got so fucking scared pressing the button? Hey guys, my name is Jim. I'll be your VTuber for today. What can I get for you? Wow, being Jim is pretty awesome. My name's Jim. I'm a really cool, kind of laid-back guy. My full name is James, but I always just go by Jim for most of my life, I guess, because I feel like James is just a little too formal sounding, but when my mom gets mad at me, she does call me James and uses my middle name and everything, too. James Woods! You get back here! That's what she would always say to me. And my mom was actually, she's a really nice lady, she's a British lady and does a lot of narration work for video games, and I've lived 2 lives. My first life, I was a girl VTuber named Natasha, but I wish that when I died at the end of my very long, illustrious life, where I accomplished a lot of stuff, that I would be reincarnated as, this woman's child, and I would be born with all my memories and stuff. So it's kind of weird. I'm Jim and Natasha at the same time.
Jim.
Yes! You see!
It worked.
What a thrill! What a rush! That was you!
Died
The
at
button
35?
described you.
No!
Do it again, do it again.
That's too soon! My name is Jim.
Oh, it hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2,
I'm
it
really
would still
Jim.
be
That's
worth the
me.
money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally
No,
drained
I
from
wanna press
all of
it
this
again.
personal validation. Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim.
Am I
I'm
being
putting the Jim
too
button
much?
away.
No.
Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually
No,
are.
don't put Jim away. He put Jim away. Now where's Ethel gonna go when he wants to work out? What the fuck? Shit. Okay, I want to see what the bucket is about. The reassurance bucket. I could use that sometimes. Being reassured feels so good.
I suppose I could allow
Especially
only
right
people
now.
named Jim to play the Stanley Parable
My
2.
stomach
That would
hurts.
actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Oh, new! The reassurance bucket. I saw a video of all these people who live in this, the furthest point in Alaska, and they have to shit in buckets
A
'cause they
common
don't have
complaint of
plumbing.
the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration,
That sums
I've
up, I
engineered a
think.
clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket.
Where is it?
You see, Stanley, anytime
I
you're
see it.
holding the bucket, a sense of calm
Why
and
not just in the
ease
ground?
will fill your mind and your heart.
That'd
It's
get really
true.
gross, wouldn't
As
it?
long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of
gonna
the
go?
Stanley Parable
That's a
will
hazard.
feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Okay. I want to be reassured.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair,
just
must
holding a
already be
bucket.
sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well?
Really?
I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Oh, fuck yeah!
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and
It's a
more
good conversation
await
starter.
you in the Stanley Parable 2.
This is nice. I kind of like the reassurance bucket. Wait, do you guys want to go scan the QR code? Wait, can I just take this with me?
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
It does have nice textures on it, and I like how the handle kind of jumps up and down, like kind of bounces up and down when you move. Oh yeah, take the QR code. Take a picture, it'll last longer. Better than the gamer bucket. I mean, the gamer bucket has RGB lights on it, so my bucket is so great. No, my bucket is better. I has a bucket. Infinite hole. Please no screenshots. Wait, is this Stanley's? Stanley's Parable?
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
I like this one.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along.
God.
Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
This guy is such a zesty little bitch. I don't like that balloon.
Or
That's
actually,
the ugly one.
Maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Another jump circle. But wait,
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's a... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle?
Yes.
Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
No. Hey, come on. Got jump cocked again. New and easy achievement? What is this one? Do I just go down here? Pull the lever, receive your achievement, no more steps. It just works. It just
Now,
works.
here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident?
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous
should
fans
start
all
like
over
a
the world
Kickstarter
who have been
for it.
uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Wait, Mr. Night Widow, can you put Booba in the Stanley Parable too, please? Please put Booba in it. Put
What
Booba in
else?
the Stanley
What other
Parable
exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Please, put Booba in the Stanley Parable too. Please put Booba in it. Put Booba in it. He just doesn't care. Please read the parable. Collectibles? Hey, what if I want to put the reassurance bucket down? The infinite hole! I gotta see what the infinite hole is all about. Look down for boob. This character model doesn't even have feet. Oh. Is this a model of like human flesh with like the hair follicles coming out? That's just what my flesh looks like. Sorry, I forgot. Infinite hole chart. Depth, space, hole, more hole, infinity, science, educational use only.
Stanley,
You guys
here's an
are
idea
finally
that
gonna
I'm
see the
truly
hole.
fond of. It's never been done before in a
After all
video
this
game.
time.
This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
The dinosaur. Sure, why the hell not? I'm falling infinitely, I think.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious
Oh.
concoctions, if I do say so.
Oh.
Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
No, I want to enjoy it more.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top.
But it's an
Maybe do
infinite
it on the
hole. Come
sooner
on,
rather
man,
than
come
later
on.
spectrum of things.
But I like the infinite hole.
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's
Does
an
this
extremely
mean I'm going to
deep
freaking
hole.
die at the
I
bottom?
don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a...
Ow!
Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is
Bro,
just
he's
that
getting
you're
so
unusually
defensive.
fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think
this
we
guy
both
needs to,
said
like,
some
talk
things
to
we didn't
someone.
mean. Why
And
don't we just put all this
aside from
behind
me,
us and agree to just call the hole
maybe you shouldn't.
mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Okay. I'm in the infinite hole with my bucket.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Mostly infinite hole. I just went to your grandma's house, I guess. Her pussy. Jump again. Let's do more hole. Your grandmother's pussy. Your grandmother's pussy is like this. Here I go again.
Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The
But it's
problem is that you
fun.
like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh,
not
no,
a
no,
bottomless
no,
pit.
no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem
It
even
did.
shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like
does
you
he
spent a
know?
little less time in there
Oh,
than
my
you did
obsession with the
before. I mean,
hole.
admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above.
Okay.
Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. I really do have so much more to show you, and gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this
I
starts
went
to
back in
become
the
a thing
hole
that...
again.
Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect
This
that
hole
I'm
was
starting
made
to
for
hit
me.
the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability in marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a concavity, or even a very aggressive
It's a
divot.
conversation pit.
How is this still appealing to you?
Oh,
I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth,
Oh, it's
I just
nice.
can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
I can't.
Is the
I'm stuck.
teleport button not working?
I think I'm
sure?
stuck in the hole.
Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again.
Is he
Still
doing this because he's
nothing?
getting passive aggressive?
Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley.
What?
You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it
Bro,
than you could ever have asked for.
He is like
it's
the
a win
worst
for
passive-aggressive
everyone. You
bitch
get to be with the
girlfriend,
hole.
but he's
I
a
get to do
60-year-old
literally
British
anything
man.
else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful
Oh
rest
my
of eternity.
god! What the fuck? This guy has borderline personality disorder. He's got fucking British personality disorder. Bro, fine. What's that noise? What the fuck is that noise? Hello? Why is ambient music playing while I'm stuck in the hole? What? Oh. The hole. The hole. It's moving, but what if it becomes infinite now? It is like a push pop. It's beautiful. We're descending, bro. Now it's your grandma. Change your perspective with F. I wish I could do this in real life. This is what it feels like when you're checking out at the self-checkout and you catch a glimpse of your unwashed, filthy self, your fucking disheveled self in the little security camera. And you just feel like immense weight of shame. Change your perception. Wait, the funk music really does change my perception. Now I feel like I'm up to something good. I'm up to some stuff right now. Okay, I don't like that one.
You're no longer using up the space of mine. My head's stronger. You're
Changes
no
reality.
longer using up the space
Why is it so beige?
My head's stronger. Now you're no longer using up the space of mine.
Am I still going down?
My head's stronger.
Yes! I love this one!
Using up the space of mine.
Wait, don't bring back the puppies. No, no! Change yourself? Oh, wait, I'm a robot. No, I'm a fucking Nintendo Wii. Oh. Why is it Miss Kim?
Stanley? Stanley!
No, I'm having
Stanley!
fun. Aw.
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away to dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley.
No.
Because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake
so
for
now
every
you're
second
back.
of it.
He
You
saw
don't
me
want to
having
miss a
fun
single
and he was like,
moment.
no, I can't
So
allow
how
that.
about if I just pop in from time to time and wake
Got
you up
jealous.
to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodlepip.
Do not say that to me ever again. Yeah, boy, I feel like I'm playing NBA 2K on my PlayStation 4, and my bitch girlfriend comes in. The second she sees me on the game, second she hears me turn on my PlayStation 4, and she's like, "Oh, I love you, sweetie." Oh, it pisses me off. Toodle pip. Hop on 2K.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Wait, why is my bucket... Is it just reflecting? I thought it was covered in blood. Red is the new orange. What is that noise? I heard Jim in the game. I'm Jim. Guess we've seen all there is to see, huh? Epilogue. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game, merch, settings, world champion, the Stanley Parable. I'm bored now. I want to leave. Wait, that's a...
Oh, goodness. Stanley, this is fairly awkward. I
why?
hate to do this, but before you leave, you really should go to the collectibles exhibit. You see, there is a surprise I was going to spring on you later, and it involves the collectibles. And I really do hate to break the illusion, but it's important that you go see the collectibles, okay?
Okay.
All right, I'll get out of your hair now.
I am here. Collectible... Oh. Can you find them? Can you find them? Can you... Whoa.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video
Why is there a
game. In the
Japanese
Stanley
bridge?
Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them.
What?
I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Oh. I got one. Is that like a royalty-free sound effect? Because I feel like I've heard that in a lot of games. Was that all?
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it.
I
Absolutely
love your fit,
tragic.
Super Moe. Thanks, I got it from Goodwill. It's called office worker swag. So what's the deal with all this then? What's all this about? So guess I'll sleep. Yeah, when's Stanley Parable the 3rd? What the fuck is this room? Is this like a auditorium?
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I
they're
know it's not
okay.
exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay.
Get it, bro.
Are you
Get
ready?
it. You're doing
Here
a
it is.
pastiche.
I
You're
give
doing
you
a bit. You're
the
doing
Stanley
You're being
Parable
ironic.
2.
We get it. We get it. Oh my
Well,
God, the
I
infinite
mean,
holes
there's
back.
potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement.
There's jumps.
Okay,
There's jumps
yes,
remaining.
yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything.
That is true.
I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original
Wait,
game.
really? You really mean
Would
that?
it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This
Went to
is the
grandma's and
Stanley
created
Parable
gags
2.
too? That is
Let me
fucking
see if I can
foul.
whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Oh, he really did it. I don't know. I don't know if I like this. I like the original menu better, I think. But don't let him hear that I said that. He's gonna freak out again. It's great. Really cool.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a
is
big building
the
where he
same?
was employee number 427. Employee number
Oh, he's gonna
427's
spiral
job
again
was
if I
simple.
skip this.
He sat at his desk in room 427.
The balloons are. Wait, what about the figures? In the jump circle.
All of his co-workers were gone.
The infinite
What could it
hole.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, the reassurance
Stanley
bucket.
picked up the bucket.
Oh, I feel so much better now that I picked up the bucket. How the hell is he gonna
Stanley
add the
clutched the
hole?
bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Yes,
And
the
here it
bucket
was.
speaks to be
Had the
entirely
bucket turned
sacred.
out to be correct? Well, no, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
What?
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Yes, yes, bucket.
Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this
this
bucket
game
was
anywhere
speaking
near
to
as good
him.
as Dinosaur
It
with
should have
double Ds?
alarmed him,
No.
of course, because buckets
Actually,
can't talk.
no.
But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was
Dinosaur
firmly
with double
convinced
Ds
that the
is a
bucket
narrative
had spoken to him,
masterpiece.
and he unthinkingly
Mas-
did whatever
master-
the bucket asked.
Peace.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Okay. I'm not gonna pick it up.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone and it will take us back home where we can go about life together.
What if the bucket is my wife now?
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he
Wait,
was
my
lonely
house
and
looks
could use a
sick
friend.
now.
And then, very distressingly,
It's
he began to
beautiful.
believe the bucket could speak to him.
Jazz music. Hi, bucket. Hello, Stanley, it's me, your Bucket. Press Q to take me to work with you. Wait, Bucket, tell me about how your day is. Are you just sitting watching some TV? It's a pretty nice day today, huh? It's pretty rainy, huh? Oh, Bucket, you're looking kinda tarnished. I'm gonna wipe you off a little bit. Guys, let's all spit into the bucket. It told me it wanted that.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship.
What?
It doesn't literally talk and give you orders.
What?
Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
No! Why did you... You took away my bucket, you freaking baka. Oh. I'm going home with you now.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as
Oh
well?
my God, I can
to
sit
see
and
him
have a cup of
delusional
joe
like
with
this,
my bucket.
obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me. Oh, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think, it can't talk. All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it.
Oh.
It doesn't do anything else.
I'm gonna be transferring some liquids into this thing. Oh, yeah. Let's go back home, Bucket.
You see, he's not listening.
Bucket,
He's
let's
still
dance
taking
in the
orders
light of
from
the
the bucket.
refrigerator light.
You know, once upon a time it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
What? Do not listen to what he said about you, bro. That was too fucking far. Bro is literally crashing out again. Quint, bro. Press G to ignore anyone in your life except for me. I've never pressed a button
It's
more
sad.
fast.
I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket.
It is kind of shiny.
Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
It does. You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley? Press M to go back home. Yes.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket.
Let's watch TV.
It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
Hey, it's that one guy from that one thing. You remember that one? Classic Bucket. Bucket, I think it's time we take things a bit further. Press F to relive the same day with me over and over. Yes.
Oh my
I
God,
choose
what am I
you,
saying?
Bucket.
Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket.
Don't call it
Why
that.
do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
Press T to go home to work to home to work to home.
Oh no. I'm having feelings. For the bucket. No. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes. The bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation.
Bucket. No, jeez.
Stanley, give me the
No!
bucket. Give it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley.
No!
I need it. Give it to me now. Give it or I'll...
It's my bucket. Get away from it. I'm never gonna let anyone touch you, Bucket. What? Hey, what the fuck? Where's my fucking bucket, bro?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
Oh, yeah.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Oh my god, the broom closet too. If I had the bucket in the broom closet, that would probably be the best ever.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever.
Yes!
Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now.
You're just trying
It's
to
a
trick
bucket.
me.
It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be,
Bro, he was
given the
admiring
pressure
my
that the
bucket
broom closet
earlier,
is
and he was
putting on
trying
your
to-
shoulders right now, but you
trying
have to be
to
strong.
fuck my bucket.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
I bet that bucket has some nice fan art.
Stepping into
I'm
his
not
manager's
looking it up on
office,
Rule
Stanley was
34.
once again stunned
Stop.
to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours,
There's a piano
did the
in here?
bucket's warmth and
Since
guiding
when?
light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would. And he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding
What if
him?
the bucket helps me
Yes,
when he
this is certainly
tries
the
to
most
detonate
logical
the
explanation.
nuclear bomb, bro? I cut it off. Oh,
You found one of them. One of the miniature
I found
Stanley
I
figurines.
found the
Remember,
figure.
no reward for collecting all of these. Only the
Take a
intrinsic
guess
pleasure
on how many
of a
entries the
job
bucket
well
has on
done.
Rule 34?
You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So,
12.
I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
wow, I can't believe I found one of the collectible figurines. Wait, how many entries does it have?
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards
Has
an
5?
unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to
Wearing
keep himself
coat correctly?
together,
I'm a
if not
VTuber.
for
We
the
never
bucket.
wear
Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
My brain is mush right now, bro. All I
Stanley
care
and the
about is
bucket
this
walked straight
bucket.
ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Bucket control bucket biscuit. Help, I can't control my bucket.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to
Are
themselves.
any of the Rule 34 entries of the bucket safe to look at on stream by any chance?
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it
Wow,
very
pretty
nearly
crazy,
burst into
huh?
tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it
Wow.
that everything would
They
be
should just call
fine.
this the bucket parable. I like the ring of it. I like the ring
Was
of the
the bucket
too.
under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had
Is
the bucket
Severance
been
good,
told to
or
do
is it another
things
one of
it
those
didn't
shows where
wish to
people
do?
say you gotta
What
watch it, bro?
kinds
It's
of
so
things
good,
does
so
a
good.
bucket
And then
want to
I
do
try to watch
or
it
not
and I
want to
get
do in the
really,
first place?
really bored.
These questions
struggle
raced
to get through
furiously
2
in
episodes of
Stanley's
it.
feeble mind.
Cause I swear to God, I've been fooled too many
He screamed
times.
into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control.
Severance
Never!
is like
He
Roblox.
squeezed the bucket tighter. His
Voice
one
Critical
friend in
said
the
it was great.
entire
Okay,
world.
well, I have my
At this
answer.
point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls.
Why did you do that?
Stanley gasped in horror.
Why did you do that?
Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen.
Wait, what? Huh?
Birds. Silly birds.
Silly birds.
The control buttons became active again.
Wait, so can I switch it to different types of birds? They got, what are these called?
Stanley
Macaws?
flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all.
Oh my god, they got
It was
ducks?
a facility for monitoring and surveilling
Owls?
silly birds all over
Cardinals?
the world. The mind
Pelicans?
controls were only a facade to
No
disguise
pelicans?
its true intentions.
Loons?
Had the bucket known this all
Ducks?
along? Stanley
A
marveled at
toucan?
the metal genius in his hands, the one who had
crows?
plugged him towards this incredible
Hummingbirds?
discovery. Stanley and the bucket never
Peacocks?
found freedom because they spent
Penguins?
the rest of their lives here in this
Birds?
place, flipping through
Flamingos?
live streams of the
Seagulls?
silliest birds imaginable.
And
Of all
hawks,
the
too.
possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best.
Which one is your
And
favorite?
Stanley was happy.
I like this one. This is the best. I like this ending. Oh, no! I don't want it to be over!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
The African
Stanley
one
decided
that
to
can
go to the
trade with a
meeting
single
room.
kid?
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What kind of bird is that? An emu?
No matter how hard
Can't
Stanley
emus,
looked,
like,
he
gore you
couldn't
with
find
their
a
live
trace of his
talons?
co-workers.
I wanted to see the penguins. I want to see the hummingbirds. There's a hummingbird that always comes by our house in the morning. It goes all the way up in a tree. I didn't even know they went that high. Like, what is it even doing up there? Is it eating bugs? Is there nectar in the tree? Figuring Finders Committee meeting today in the meeting room? Oh. They can survive 12,000 feet? I could survive 13,000 feet. Like being trampled underneath them. If you catch my
When
drift.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Castlewari is the dinosaur board. Oh yeah, those ones are really scary and ugly looking. I mean, I guess I'm one to talk. Shit. Wait, it's 8:15 p.m.? And Athos said that we could get in and out tonight. How many endings does this freaking game have? I feel like the gameplay is the ending. At least 5. I've done like a third of them. The end is never the end. Oh my god. Trust the completionist instinct. There will be a reward for finding them all. I don't know. That's not what he said. Oh, he closed up the broom closet again.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I guess
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean, he wondered. Desperate for answers,
The
he
other
began turning the room
narrator,
over and
mother
looking for
ending.
clues that might unravel the situation. Until at
There's
last, he
46
discovered a
endings?
keypad
What the
behind the
fuck?
boss's desk. But alas,
What happens if
no
you do
code.
them all?
For
Does it
this
unlock,
keypad
like-
guarded the terrible secret that
I guess
lay
that's not really
buried
the
below
point,
his
huh?
feet. and so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number.
Yeah, when are we getting the sequel to the bucket?
2845. But of course,
It looks like he
Stanley
kicked the
couldn't
bucket.
possibly have known this.
You get a cookie, a sense of pride and accomplishment. It's not about the ending. It's about the things we learned along the way. About ourselves, about the nature of
Stanley
video
just sat
games.
around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the
Stanley!
combination was 2845.
What if the narrator started getting really fucking sus? Like, Stanley started slowly unzipping his pants, then started whacking off a little bit until he got a little bit of a chubby, like a half
2845.
chub. And then he decided to try sticking his finger up his ass and massaging his prostate to really heighten the sensations. Stanley started going into the mirror to watch himself as he was doing it. Stanley started rubbing his
but it
nipples.
turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by
Stanley
itself.
fuckable.
And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
This narrator is too good. How did they program the game like this? How did they know what I was doing? Stanley started politely diddling his little gooch through his boxers. Stanley had a bit of an itch in his asshole. He tried to itch it by rubbing his ass against his computer chair, but then decided to grab a pencil, started itching his gooch with the pencil eraser, twiddling his little prostate. That's how you get the real ending? I did it. How did you get the fuck it ending? You just carry the bucket with you a lot, I guess, I suppose. It's eerily quiet without the narrator. I kind of like it. Stanley adorned a pair of Hulk gloves and went to town on his asshole. Stanley went to the store and purchased a Pringles can, a rubber glove, and some baby oil. Later, he went home and decided to make an interesting DIY contraption. I always wanted Hulk hands when I was a kid, not because of the Step Brothers movie, but my parents' friend's kid had them, and a bunch of like WWE figures, and I had no idea who any of them were, but I really, really wanted to play with them and like make them fight with my Barbies. Johnson's baby oil specifically. I had Hulk hands? Well, fuck you. I'm about to have Hulk hands. In a metaphysical way. Just getting pissed off and ticked off and mad. Yeah, if I had Hulk hands growing up with my brother, oh, it'd be a lot different. Let's just say that. John Cena is a bad guy now, like in real life or in the wrestling canon? I've been watching you play this for a bit and have yet to see Stan Lee. Where is he? I think he died. Oh my god, am I allowed to put this on screen? I don't think I can. I'll just describe it. It's a cartoon picture of Stanley from the Stanley Parable. Naked, but no genitalia is showing, and he has a bucket, and he's like humping it. He's like gyrating against it, and he has like sweat and drool coming off of his face, and one of his eyes is closed. He looks kind of like in pain, almost. He looks kind of uncomfortable. He's having sex with the bucket. I mean, the bucket is empty. I feel empty after looking at that picture. If I'm being honest, childhood ruined. All my memories of playing the Stanley Parable in 2013 when I was 2 years old are just fucking ruined. Fuck. Wait. People who were 2 years old when this game first came out, wouldn't they be in high school now? That is fucked up. Okay, I'm gonna go get in and out now. I'm really hungry and I'm really tired. Sorry for the short stream, guys. Sorry I started so late. I was feeling kinda in pain and sick all day. Please feel bad for me. Feel sorry for me now. Well, that was the Stanley's Parable. That was Stanley's little parable. This was the story of Mr. Stanley's Parable and my new 3D outfit. Corporate office. I almost said corporate autism themed. I got a hyperfixation on spreadsheets, and I'm gonna make it everybody's problem tonight. Somebody stop me. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks to Jabroni Mike for the raid. I'm glad they all enjoyed the dinosaur with the double D's. I think I'll be back on Friday for another awesome day of gaming. Who knows what we will play? Maybe another one of the weird games I found on Steam. Maybe we'll play Claw Machine Sim or that one fast food simulator game. That would be cool. I wish I could try In-N-Out, bro. You are missing out. It is so good. It's so good that every time we go, there's a line of cars going all the way down the block, and we have to wait for like 20 minutes. It's sublime. I've been thinking about it for the last 4 hours, if I'm being real. In-N-Out is not that good. What? You're just trying to say things to make me mad now, and it's working, and I'm actually getting mad. I actually got mad when I read that. That's how I know I need to just go chill. I'm sorry, guys. I'm off my rocker today. I'm sorry. Fuck. God, I need to take a screenshot of that chat message and print it out and go throw darts at it on my dartboard. Fuck. I need to go print out a picture of that, and I'm going to take it to therapy next time I go to therapy. What's your In-N-Out order? Well, I get the plain, like just the regular single with the I get pickles, the hot peppers, the In-N-Out spread, and lettuce, raw onions, never the fried onions, because they get all like gross and gushy and like worm-like when they're pan-fried like that. I like them raw. And it's really good. It's really refreshing. And I also get fries. Some nights I get 2 of the burgers if I can fit it into my diet budget. Their fries suck. Yeah, to be honest, their fries are just okay. They tend to be a little too soggy for my taste. They don't really have that crispy crunch that I crave. You can get that burger mustard fried? What? What? Mustard fried? What? What the fuck? Really? Their fries taste like Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Why can I imagine that? And I've never even tasted a Yu-Gi-Oh card, let alone held one. Animal style. Wait, so this whole time, when people say doing it animal style, they mean like frying the burger patty in mustard and not like the other thing that I thought it was? Animal style turns the burger into soup? I don't know. They fuck the patty first and then they fry it in mustard. Secret sauce. No, it doesn't. Wait, guys. I think you guys should get into an argument about whether or not In-N-Out burgers turn into soup when they get mustard fried. That's, I think that'd be a good way to spend your time. The meaty vinegar vegetable crunch is all you need? Yes. Bro, I love the meat patties. Just, they're not too greasy. I heard it's because they don't actually, like, fry them in vegetable oil or whatever. They taste so clean for a meat patty. And then the fresh veg is just it's refreshing. They only do when everyone joins in the seasoning it. Oh. I get raw onions. I don't like grilled onions. They're too floppy and worm-like. Get animal fries, those are good. Get the fries extra crispy, that's the trick. I've heard about their animal fries. The fries can be done animal style too? Interesting. All returns to soup eventually. The primordial soup, the sludge. Describing In-N-Out as refreshing is an affront to the very concept of language itself? What? Wait, are you guys actually gaslighting me right now? Or do I have like a fundamental issue with my taste buds? Because it is refreshing. It's like the most refreshing burger I've ever had. I will say, like, I get it with cheese sometimes, but I'm honestly kind of liking the without cheese more. Not just because I don't have to take a lactate when I eat it. Because it makes the taste of the vegetables come through so clear. They just taste clear and they have like a nice crunch to them. It's just good. It's just good and wholesome. Order whatever you like. No, I'm not. I'm not even gonna get a burger anymore. I'm done with burgers. I don't care anymore. You guys just hate In-N-Out because you. Because you're. You can't get In-N-Out because you can never. The line is always too long, and you don't have the patience and the strength of character to wait in line like I do. You just don't get it. Mustard grilling is part of the animal style burger, but it's not the only thing that makes it animal style. Yeah, they fuck it, right? Okay, I'm gonna leave. I wanna go get In-N-Out. I'm tired, sorry. Sorry guys, I'm really tired. That's about it for me today, everybody. It was nice knowing you. Stay safe out there, everybody. I guess. The Stanley Parable was a very interesting game. Yeah, let's rate it. Isn't it Haruka's birthday? I almost just typed in Haruka and not Haruka Caribou, like some kind of stupid fucking idiot doorknob. Ugh! It's Hadoken's birthday today. It's Haruka. Okay, everybody. I might be back on Friday. Thanks so much for watching. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Goodbye, everybody. It's Haircut's birthday today. It's Harley Quinn's birthday today. It's Harley Davidson's birthday today. Go rev up those mustards. Rev up those Fridays. It's Hurricane's birthday today. It's Harrison Ford's birthday today. It's Haunted House's birthday today. No, there will not be an ad break. No. It's Stanley the Parable's birthday. It's Haruhi's birthday. How to car. Okay, goodbye everybody.